morning, beauties. Happy Saturday. Back at it with two plays today. Yesterday was not great. I actually had like one of the worst losses of all time. Like, I mean, like not like bad beats, like bad fucking bets. That's the bonus under 13 and a half rebounds, dude. Like, my gosh. I didn't watch like a second of that game, so I mean, I'm assuming that like he would just gobble in everything, which I mean, you kind of are if you have 28 rebounds, dude. I think he had 15 at halftime or something like that. Like, my gosh, bro, like the shit like that is just like makes me never want to like play a fucking under again. So that was ass. Let's see what else. What else happened? What else did I lose? I lost Jokic under 29 and a half, dude. My gosh, bro. DeAndre Jordan was like a minus 15 in 10 minutes, and the Nuggets beat the Nets by 19. Dude, the Nuggets were up like 20 something at like, and then Jokic checks out, and like, what do you know? Like, dude, it's like a 5 point game. Like, it was actually absurd. So, I mean, I was kind of hoping for a blowout there. Didn't get that. I added Christian Brown over 10 and a half points. I think that was just like a terrible line with like Nets are like a terrible transition defense. Terrible spot up defense, and he got into foul trouble, but he's still cash. So I guess that kind of got saved by the non blowout. What was the other one I lost? I feel like it was like another really bad read. Let's see. So those are the two unders, and then the over I lost. Damn, bro, I gotta pull up my Discord because I cannot even think. Okay, what was it? DeJounte won. It was not Sabonis, not Paulo, that one. Oh yeah, Josh Hart. That was a terrible bet. I mean, dude, he had one 3-pointer attempt. I was gonna say that was another like terrible one that I lost. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I still think it was like a fine like read, right? With like how OKC typically defends, like super aggressive, like leaving guys for spot up opportunities, especially like the lesser shooters. I don't know. He only shot one though, so yeah, clearly not a good bet. Paulo, dude, that Paulo line was so bad. That 17 and a half. I told you guys, he's going to be like damn near close to like a point per minute guy as long as Suggs and Franz are out and shit. So his line is 17 and a half. I think he scored like 34 in like 28 minutes, dude. He's ridiculous. Keep an eye out for him again next game. DeJounte somehow got there over 16 and a half after having two at halftime. Actually played a good half of basketball. Dude, watching DeJounte hoop is kind of sad. I actually watched that game. He just looks like dispirited and like, I don't know, man. Like, he looked pretty good on the Hawks for like a stretch last year. Remember like that stretch when he kept on dropping like 40 and beating Boston? And now he's like struggling to like cover 17 or 16 and a half lines and shit, dude. I don't know. He looked kind of funky. I can kind of see why his scoring's down so much. Okay, well, I think that's everything. That's everything. So that I played yesterday. I got two official plays for today right now. But the thing is, I do have pretty good like feel for every single game. So what I do want to do is I want you guys to start getting some comments going. Of course, start commenting plays down below you want me to go over, and I will go over every single one of them, of course. And of course, you give me a play. You put me on with a good read or with a bet, and I end up playing it. Free Discord for life. So get those comments going. We'd love to see those. But I actually will go game by game. Since I only have two games, I will go game by game and because I do have a ton of leans too. With all like the matchups and stuff. I think there's some very discrete spots for like a discrete type of player, especially in like that Utah Phoenix game, especially in that Houston Atlanta game, Detroit Toronto, Miami Portland. I think there's like some good edges to be had in all of these, to be honest. So yeah, like I said though, get those comments going. We're only at 60 people right now, unfortunately. So once I said what I always do once we get to 100, that's when I start giving out plays. So just wait to fill up a little bit. Let me see. We do have a comment. Breakout said Dante threes. Yeah, dude. Breakout. I actually do kind of like that. That's something I was like for sure looking at. It is juiced. Let's see, what is it at? I think it was pretty juiced. Yeah, minus 140, minus 144, 145. Yeah, no, it feels like a good Dante spot. Memphis is definitely not a good catch and shoot threes defense. So also hold up. My banners are kind of looking weird. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, sweet. Yeah, no, I do like that though, breakout. Dante, I think it's going to be a good Dante spot. Okay, what else do I talk about? What happened in the league yesterday? I'm trying to think. Sixers lose again. My gosh, dude, what the hell is going on with them? Embiid just seems to be like sitting out like every other game and shit. Actually, more than that. I don't even know if he's hurt or not, but something that's kind of looking at me right now is Dylan Brooks again. Unfortunately, Tommaso, good morning. How you doing? Yeah. So yeah, just get those comments going, guys. If you do want me to go over some stuff right now, I will do so. But like I said, we're just waiting for 100 people to get in here, and then I'll start giving out my 2 plays. One's an under, one's an over. And yeah. What did happen in the NBA last night? Am I missing something? Let me quick call my phone. Okay, we're at 84 people, 16 more people. What happened in the NBA last night? Yeah, the Knicks. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Knicks. Oh, the Celtics, dude. Celtics too. That's crazy. They lost by 17 at home at full strength to the Kings. That's ridiculous shit. Derek White only played 27 minutes, shot 0 for 6. You never see that shit from D White. Tatum only took 13 shots. That's kind of crazy too. I remember I was telling people, yeah, guys, I actually really like Jaylen Brown's under. Celtics scored 29 points, or not 29 points, 97 points, and he scored 28. So I'm glad I didn't actually like play that and stuff. So yeah, just weird stuff from Boston, man. Weird stuff from Boston. And Fox didn't even play either. Ever since they fired Mike Brown, Kings have kind of been hooping, not gonna lie. And I thought that Mike Brown firing was kind of weird because I think he's a pretty good coach, but Doug Christie, former NBA guy, he's definitely getting those guys to play. Yeah, Paulo, like I said, came back, scored 34. He's just absolutely hooping. Knicks, Brunson went off, which is good. That's a little bit surprising. Macau, man. Those 2 max value role players had absolute stinkers for for New York. OG, max contract, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 2 for 8, 0 for 5 from deep. Macau, 0 for 9, 0 for 7 for 3. Macau had 3 PRA, dude. Macau's like lack of like doing anything rebound assist wise is kind of crazy, dude. Because this dude literally averages like 42 minutes a game, it feels like. And he just always ends with like 3 rebounds and 2 assists, it seems like. So, all right, we passed the century mark. So, Tommaso, appreciate you dropping the play below. You played Morant and Kamara points. I'll get to those after my 2 plays that I have to give out. So it won't take too long, obviously. It's just 2 plays. But anyways, first official play, we're going with Trae Young under 39.5 PRA, minus 120 at Bet365. So Trae Young, I just think this line is like ridiculously high. Let's see. Okay, so it did kind of drop off a little bit. So it's not fully widely available. I would play it at 38.5 for sure for a unit. But yeah, guys, if you have ESPN Bet365, it was more available earlier today. But these are definitely the 2 best prices now. So obviously we can like look at started off the year good. Then he kind of had this Achilles issue. He's kind of been tailing off as of recent, it seems like, especially when it comes to scoring the ball. He's averaging 38 PRA on the year. He's under in 22 out of 36. Last 30 games, even worse, under in 20 out of 30. Jalen Johnson is out, so we can go to without Jalen Johnson. He's still under in 4 out of 6. He's only averaging 35.8 PRA. look at his 2 overs, guys. I mean, come on, bro. Nuggets suck at defense. Jazz obviously terrible at defense. One thing that I found interesting is that when you filter this by opponent defensive rating, because they're playing the Rockets, guys. Rockets are legit defense. When you filter it by defensive rating, take away the top 10, under in 15 out of 21 straight up. I believe it keeps on getting worse. Bottom half of the league. Yep, under an 11 out of 17. Let's see, like top 10 defensive rating. Yep, under in 7 out of 9. And then Houston's like third in defensive rating. They're really good. So, yeah, but even just like this filter, right? Teams that are top 1 through 20 in defensive rating, not exactly great. And I'm sorry. Here's the line I got, 39.5. And yeah, so also just thinking about this, right? So Trae Young, like what's kind of fallen off, it seems like, I guess he had a couple good games, but it feels like his scoring is somewhat fallen off a little bit. And yeah, he's going to get guarded by Amen Thompson, who is like 6'8", athletic as shit, lengthy as hell. Like definitely, Amen Thompson's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, like for sure. And he's also just lengthy as hell, and Trae Young is short as shit. So I feel like, yes, like Houston, I like a lot of times I like to bet on over points against stars against Houston because they really don't double a ton. They let people cook in isolation and stuff like that. So yeah, he's not going to really get doubled. He might get like a little drop here and there, but just like I think that Dyson can, or not Dyson, Amen can mitigate his scoring a little bit just from like an individual matchup. And then obviously, guys, like from an assist standpoint, like Houston obviously doesn't allow a lot of assists because of how they defend stars. So Houston allows the second fewest assists per game overall this year. And yeah, I mean, that's just like brutal for Trae, right? I mean, if they're defending him single coverage, it's bad for assists. So what I'm thinking is that like even if he gets single coverage, I think it's going to be tough for him to score. And then since it's single coverage, it's going to be tough for him to assist. And Houston just like a pretty slow-paced team. They're just like a really, really fundamental, really sound defense. And this line just feels like way too high for Trae. So usually it's like when you bet a PRA under, you're kind of betting like a minutes or usage bet. But personally for Trae, I just think it's like yeah, he's going to get that single coverage from Houston, which is naturally going to be tough to get assists. But I think it's going to be tough for him to score too, just with his individual matchup with Amen Thompson. So yeah, like Trae under 39.5 PRA, cool at 38.5 as well. Except for I guess he does kind of end at 39 a fair bit, but yeah, I mean even like if you guys use Flip, there's a minus 130. Bovada, BetMGM's too juiced, but yeah. And then what's PA? Yeah, then you could just pivot to PA because I think this 35.5 is a pretty good under as well, instead of 38.5 PRA. So yeah, first play of the day, Trae Young under 39.5 PRA. Second play, going with Emmanuel Quickley over 16.5 points, minus 109 at Caesars, except for when I played this. So I couldn't officially play it, like count it. Oh, wow. And it just kind of shifted. Yeah, hey, guys, if you have DraftKings, like 100% play this line. I think that, like, I don't like more than minus 130. I'd probably play this at FanDuel, I guess, at the minus 131 over the 16.5. But I wouldn't play. I'd play the 16.5 over the minus 140, obviously. But even this is kind of a little bit dicey. But yeah, guys, if you have DraftKings, like, go ahead and get that. Go ahead and pick up this line. I'm not counting it because it's not widely available. So I'm going with the 16.5, and I'm cool with that as well. So Quickley's graphs are just like weird. They're full of like blowouts, full of like injury games, full of minute restriction games and stuff. So I'm really not gonna like look too into this stuff. I know Quickley, so he obviously scores most of his points if he had the pick and roll ball handler. If we go to last year, it was the same case for him right there as well. So yeah, the Pistons, if we look at their chart, right? So obviously 25th against pick and roll ball handler. That's 606 most points. And then if we go to opponent defense, just like the mid-range area, green as hell. The above the break threes, green. And that's like due to the drop coverage they play. So I just want to continue to like target Quickley because Quickley is like the only like pull-up shooter. I can pull this up. Okay, NBA Opponent catch and shoot frequency. Yeah, I can pull this stuff up. And actually, this shouldn't be opponent. This should be teams. Shot dashboard. General. And then pull-ups. Toronto Raptors. Oh shit, I should be on players. My bad. So players, shot dashboard. General, pull-ups. There we go. Oh, clicked on the Spurs. What the hell am I doing? Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the pull-ups. So especially like the pull-up threes, guys. Like no one's frequency is like even close to Quickly's. And then like pull-up field goals, I guess Barnes kind of does. He takes a lot of pull-up twos, but I don't know, man. Like effective field goals, like Quickly's just like he just makes sense against drop coverage, right? Like he's a really good pull-up shooter. RJ Barrett's not. Barnes is more of like a paint guy. I guess he takes pull-up twos. So I mean, cool. But especially like RJ Barrett guys, like I mean, RJ Barrett scores so much of his points in the paint. So does Scotty Barnes, I bet. Like, let's see. Yeah. So yeah, he actually does like do a decent job working the mid range. But yeah, Pistons like 6 fewest points in the paint. I just think that like when there's like a team that plays drop coverage, like quickly is like by far best equipped to take advantage of that over Scotty and RJ. So we bet on that against the Knicks. It worked. I'm going to go back to the well. Emmanuel Quickly over 16.5 points. You can get a decent sample size going with Quickly. Let's do the 16.5. Let's see. 2023. We can go with RJ, Scotty, and this was like a game on the Knicks. So let's take away this one. So yeah, over in 12 out of 22 games last year, averaged 17 points per game. And yeah, guys, I think that this is just a great matchup. And when a team is like distinctly playing drop coverage against the Raptors, I think it's got to be Quickly. One last thing I did want to mention is that yes, he only played. So since returning, he's played 32 minutes, 33 minutes, 30 minutes in a blowout loss. He got pulled early in this one, 31 minutes. And then this was the second night of a back-to-back 30 minutes. So I would expect he's like closer to like that 32, 33, 34 minute range. He's kind of been back for a while. So yeah, I mean, it obviously makes sense why he didn't play much on a back-to-back. He just missed so much damn time. So yeah, I think he's like around like 33, 34 minutes. All right. So those are the two plays. All right, let's get into some of the comments. Atlanta, Houston. Oh, what? Why did that game get postponed? Could someone leave a comment to why it got postponed? What the heck? That makes no sense. That really makes zero sense. I'm going to check my tweet deck. That's some bullshit, dude. Damn. Oh, severe weather and icy conditions in Atlanta? What? What the hell is going on? Because the ice and shit. Dude, what? That's actually crazy that it's like icy in Atlanta, though, dude. That's actually ridiculous. Okay, so that actually sucks ass. So I have one official play. I really like that Trae under, too. Okay, well. See, Tommaso, I'm going to go over your plays. I just played Morant points and Kamara over points. So, yeah, with Ja, I mean, he does score as a pick-and-roll handler for sure. And Rudy plays drop, but I feel like that's actually bad for Ja because, honestly, Rudy in a drop against Ja is like doesn't seem good when I'm just thinking about it. And Morant's really not like a pull-up shooter like that. And I guess so. How does Morant score? Transition. Wolves are pretty good in transition. He really doesn't even score as a pick and roll handler much at all, which is really weird. Really, really weird. It's really just transition, free throws, spot up. Obviously, Wolves are pretty good in points in the paint. They're 10th. Morant does most of his damage there. 5th and above the break threes, which, I don't think that's this. So this is definitely like a high leverage game, right? He played 29 minutes in his first game back. That game was pretty high leverage. I guess let's give Ja. Let's give Ja 30 minutes. So per 30 minutes, he's definitely going to be better than this. 30 divided by 27.8. It's definitely going to be a game where he's up for 23.2. Yeah, I can get behind it a little bit. What's his PRA? Because 32.5. This shit's all over the place. This is like so bad. Like literally look at the shit. So there's a FanDuel that's way ahead of market at 33.5. Then like everything's juiced to shit besides like ESPN and Prop Builder and I guess DraftKings and like minus 160, minus 159. That's ridiculous. Yeah, though I think that Ja makes sense for sure. I think his minutes are very, very encouraging, and like this is like a pretty high leverage game. I think that to go into Minnesota, they're gonna have to play Ja a fair bit. But yeah, matchup wise, I don't know if Ja is really. I don't know if this is a great matchup for Ja. They can put Jaden McDaniels on him too. Who Jaden McDaniels on him is like the point of attack, who's got a lot of length and can make things tough. And then you'll have Rudy kind of just camped out in the paint and drop because he'll start like Edey and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that maybe like an Edey fade is actually kind of interesting. The more I think about it, because I think that to unlock Ja, you got to have like spacing around him, and Rudy will just sit in the drop if Edey's on the court. And I get that his lines are pretty low. It's also like going to be tough to finish, with Rudy in there. Yeah, but that Ja thing, I think you played him at 19.5. Oh, that's a great line. Cool. Okay, so the other one was Kamara over points. Let's go over to Portland. Yeah, that makes sense. Just like the spot ups. Bam will play up on Simon, so his unders are and probably Sharp as well. Let's see, 7th fewest pick and roll, 25 to spot up. Yep, Miami's been like that for a while. Kamara's been hooping for sure. He's kind of a player I don't trust, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, I mean, all he does is spot up. So like it's like when the pick and roll guys are forced to pass, like very reliant on it, very very reliant. What's the minutes been like recently? 31, 29, 36, 33, 39, 34 and blowout. Okay, so he's been pretty safe. Let's go like 27 plus minutes. Yeah, in Portland, this game should stay close. Yeah, Tommaso, I think this makes sense for sure. And I'm guessing you got it at 9.5 too. That's even better. Yeah, Tommaso, I like that for sure. That's actually such bullshit. I'm actually so fucking pissed about that Hawk shit. Icy. Bro, motherfuckers really just don't know how to drive in like the snow. That's crazy, buddy. That's a Midwest in me coming out. Okay. Right, because there is some storm coming though. Bingo said Trey under 11.5 assists. Well, game's postponed. Fucking because people don't know how to drive in Atlanta. I was under Trey's PRA, so I definitely like that. Booker over assists makes a ton of sense, dude. I have a lot of leans in this Jazz game. It's a little bit juiced at most places, but even FanDuel has a good price on it. He's just been crushing it, dude. Like, that's ridiculous. Potentials have been great. Yeah, Booker's been absolutely crushing the 7.5 assist line. Jazz are gonna blitz him. They allow like a ton of assists. Yeah, it's good stuff for sure. He's been crushing. Kessler points plus rebound. He's been playing a lot for sure. Let's check that out. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I need to get it. I just bought a microphone, and apparently it's coming today. So I'm sure you can hear that, and it's loud as hell. Audio will be on point though, moving forward. So yeah, Kessler. I know Kessler's been playing pretty good minutes. So 30, 30, 29, 26. That was a massive blowout. Let's see. So it seems like he's pretty tapped in for like 25 is like a floor. 15 out of, okay, so Suns are really bad against putbacks. Yeah, their centers really do suck, dude. Like, so they do play drop, but their centers are not good. Let's see, so restricted area. That's I guess Suns are pretty good there. And yeah, it's because they play drop. When you play drop, you can take away like easy like buckets for centers a lot of the time, even like when your centers do kind of suck. Yeah, but Kessler is really good at offensive rebounding. I guess they're not good there. He has been doing good. I think the Suns are pick and roll man, pretty bad there too. Yeah, yeah. I guess I'd lean over for sure. Has he played the Suns this year? He did. He played 34 minutes. He only had 5 rebounds, which is crazy. I know the Suns are not a great rebounding team. He will have to be blitzing though, so which is maybe isn't great. Like he will be probably playing pretty aggressive. Like he won't just be like sitting in a drop, obviously. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good look for sure. Collier, um, Collier 6.5 dimes. Yeah, Collier. So did they just like run so many like pin downs for Laurie? And actually, I think this could make sense, Tommaso, because um, because if you look at like Laurie, I don't really think he's actually like playmaking really. I think it's like I said, I think it's more so just pin downs and stuff. But Phoenix is really bad at defending off ball screens. And I think that's like most of like where his assists are coming from. Is everyone still out for the Jazz? Like Clarkson and George and yeah, George Collins, Sensabaugh game time decision. Yeah, so Collier's assist potentials have been great. 16, 16. That's pretty crazy shit. Then he had 8 only, and that's a Magic. It's tough. Yeah, his assists have been pretty crazy. He can't score the rock for shit, but yeah, and I think it makes sense too because of how bad the Suns are defending off ball screens. And I think that's just how he's like kind of getting his assists is he's just like giving the ball like he's just like being a facilitator and like running sets and shit. Jason said with all the injuries to the Jazz, I think you're talking about Kessler required to do more. I kind of disagree with that. Like he's Kessler like his usage is going to be the same. Like, he doesn't get any plays ran for him. I think that you could argue like maybe like minutes are being required, but offensively like his usage stays the same every single game. He just if he'll take the open layup and open dunk when he gets it, but he doesn't get any plays ran for him or anything. I think Duren double has value at plus money. I agree. Duren's someone who I was looking at because if we go to Toronto, so guys, Toronto's been like sneaky, like fucking really bad at defense recently. Last 10 games, 126 points per game, atrocious. A ton of assists. Where are they? Second most assists, rebounds. They've been kind of league average, and if we go to like last 15 as well, like most points per game still allowed. So they've been sneaky atrocious. And if we go to not the players, but let's duplicate this. And then so the Raptors have been getting killed in 2 areas. So actually this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break down the Piston side of things. So because I was like really like trying to find something with that. We go to players, not players. Teams, opponent shooting, general, and then if we go to pull-ups, then let's do last 15, where the Raptors have been the worst defense. So the Raptors are actually allowing. Okay, I thought it was going to be lower. Is this? Where are the Raptors? Am I blind, bro? Oh yeah, dude, I am blind. Holy shit. The Raptors are right there. Yeah, so the Raptors are like the worst. They've been the worst defense in the league over this span, and they're allowing the fewest pull-up field goals. So I kind of think so. I haven't been watching the Raptors, but like this data kind of suggests that Cade's gonna get blitzed here, right? So that's obviously like really good for like catch and shoot guys, right? So catch and shoot, Raptors 5th highest frequency, 3rd most makes for catch and shoot, and then less than 10 feet, so just like stuff in the paint and drives and stuff like that. Raptors. Yeah, third most field goals. So it's like catch and shoot and like stuff in the paint is like where they've been getting crushed. But also they're not allowing pull ups, which to me indicates that they're probably going to put to the level at Cade. So that could be good for Duren. I mean, they're getting killed in the paint. Raptors on the year. I mean, Duren's pretty much like a strictly restricted area guy. Raptors there are really poor. I guess we could do this. I'm not a big fan of defense versus position, like at all, to be honest, because I think that it just kind of, especially like when you go to, because I like using recency a lot of the times. You go to like last 15, and like basketball is so positionless. Like Tyus Jones is a way different point guard than John Morant and Steph Curry and stuff. Like, Tyus Jones is just like a floor general who's like a spot up guy, and like the rest of some of these guys are on ball. But we could check last 15 Raptors. Let's see, they've been getting killed by centers. They've been kind of getting crushed on the glass by centers too. I think that for defensive versus position, the best tool is against centers, especially when it comes to like rebounds and stuff. That just like makes sense to me. Because centers are like still pretty positioned. It's like the ones through four who are pretty positionless. So yeah, I think Duren makes sense. They've been getting crushed. I think that I kind of want to play Duren PRA, right? And it's kind of being slow to load right now. But Duren PRA kind of makes sense. If the Raptors have been getting killed on the glass, like look at where they are in their restricted area. Duren really doesn't, I guess pick and roll man isn't great. But cuts, restricted area, that's good. Putback, that's good. Free throws, they foul a ton. Even transition, like what the heck. But if Cade's just going to get blitzed, it's just going to create opportunities for like the rest of the guys to eat. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, so I do like Duren stuff too. And that's actually a really strong lean. Jason said, I watched the game. I think you're talking about the Jazz. They actually ran a couple plays for him, which I usually don't. Oh, with Collier. Yeah. Collier, how it scored for shit. Yeah, rebounds and assists, I agree. Yeah, Collier's just not NBA ready, I don't think. So yeah, but on the Piston side of things, like Cade under makes sense, but it's just like, dude, like, are you gonna take his under against the worst defense in the league, like recently? Even though it seems like they've been blitzing, and maybe that's why. Or Cade over assist could even make sense, but he's kind of been, it seems like it's kind of accounted for there. We don't know if Tim Hardaway is going to play, so we don't have a Malik Beasley line because of that. But, we do have a Malik Beasley line. Oh, shit. 17.5, guys. This feels really low. I'm not going to lie. Malik Beasley's been hooping, and it's like Raptors literally team opponent. Yeah. Malik Beasley stuff makes a ton of sense. It's something I might actually play. Yeah, Raptors catch and shoot. They've been getting absolutely torched by catch and shoots over the last 15 games. It's like them in Utah and Washington and Brooklyn and shit. So definitely a good matchup for Malik. And if Tim Hardaway's out, I mean, Malik shot the ball 21 times last game, played 36 minutes without Tim. He had a back issue. He didn't play. He's questionable. So maybe you could wait for that as well if you're looking to wait. Let's see. Okay, Utah Phoenix, I do want to go over. So I know we talked about this for a little bit, but the Jazz are like worst transition defense, and then they're really bad against catch and shoot as well. So if we go to here, catch and shoot for the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, because if you go here, I mean, Jazz have been like this for a while, but Jazz catch and shoot frequency, second highest, second most makes. I mean, if you just go to like on the year, I'm sure that they're going to be like the worst too. But I mean, we could check that or reset the filters. Catch and shoot, last 15. Or no, not last 15 on the year. Yeah, opponent catch and shoot on the year. It's like, yeah, Utah's second highest frequency, most makes allowed. So that's just like how Utah's been. So what I like to do is I like to go to the Phoenix Suns, catch and shoot. Oh, I'm on the Raptors. Oh, okay, let's get the stats. So yeah, Grayson Allen, great matchup for Grayson Allen. He's someone who I really wanted to play too. Ryan Dunn, dude, is just someone who I really don't trust to make shots, if I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't trust for him to score. The Jazz, I guess it would make sense to have him on the court to guard Lowry for sure, because his length. You don't want KD chasing him around. So you could make the case that it's good for his minutes here. Because who else, like Okogie? It would be Josh Okogie, but I don't think he's really been playing that much. Yeah, because Durant's not going to chase around Lowry. I can guarantee that, dude. That's just stupid. And who? Let me quick. Actually, let me quick check this. Ryan Dunn stats. I just want to quick see what the rotation was like for the. Because Ryan Dunn, he got into really bad. It was really bad foul trouble last game. So I'm going to turn my cheek the other way. His minutes since being inserted in the starting lineup, since Beal got moved out, 27, 25, which is pretty good for Dunn. Let's see. So yeah, if you go to the first half, Ryan Dunn, he played 5 minutes, he had 3 fouls. So that kind of makes sense. And then second half, let's see what the rotation was like. So no Josh Okogie. I think he makes sense to have guard Lowry, right? Because you don't want Durant chasing him around. You don't want Booker's too short, and you don't want him chasing around. Tyus too short, not a great defender. Bradley Beal, no. Grayson Allen too short. Monte Morris barely played. So, yeah, I like Grayson Allen stuff. I think that he was on fire, so he obviously played more. I don't know if we're buying high on Grayson, but yeah, sorry guys, just shitty ass ads. So Josh Okogie, like, yeah, he didn't even play in the second half, which is good. Ryan Dunn did. So I guess we could go Ryan Dunn, PRA. Let's assume that he doesn't get 3 fouls in 5 minutes. Let's give him 20 plus, 20 plus, I guess. 13.5 PRA, but points I think kind of makes sense. There's 7.5 out there at FanDuel. It's not widely available. It's mostly 8.5. But yeah, 7.5 points for Ryan Dunn, I think makes a fair bit of sense. And then Grayson Allen, because there's still no Royce and O'Neal. He played really good last game. Definitely earned himself some minutes. He did play 14 minutes only, but what was the first half? Did he even play good in that first half? Nurkic fell the rotation. That's good because he's fucking ass. So Grayson Allen just played really good last game. He shot the ball really well. But this really is a great matchup for Grayson. Obviously, spot up, off ball screen. That's what he does. Transition a little bit. I mean, this just makes complete sense for Grayson. I guess we could go with Beal or with Booker and Durant. Booker and Durant, not a great hit rate. Like I said, he played 14 minutes recently. I just don't see that happening, bro. I really don't. And he played 12 minutes in this one. Let's just filter those games out. And then it's 8 out of 16. So yeah, guys, I don't know, man. I really like Ryan Dunn. I really like, because Ryan Dunn's also kind of a beast in transition. I really like Grayson Allen. I think that both those guys are in great spots, and that's kind of tough for me. Why not? G said Booker double. Yep, 100%, dude. I think that Booker assists make a ton of sense. Yeah. So Booker assist. Yeah, the Jazz great assist matchup, 5th most allowed. They're gonna. Booker very reliant on scoring through the pick and roll as well, and yeah, Jazz are really good at defending that. They're pretty aggressive there. So yeah, Booker double makes sense for sure. I think it's a great sprinkle. Was there any other games I wanted to go over? I guess we'd go over Memphis, Minnesota. Memphis is kind of more of a catch and shoot defense. Spot up their 18th, free throws, transition. The Wolves suck in transition, dude. It's actually kind of pathetic. Dante's a good passer in transition, which is kind of weird to bring up, but I think Dante's assists kind of do make sense. I think that I don't know. I kind of want to buy on Dante because he's kind of been mid the last couple days. But yeah, so from the Wolves, I guess I should be better at knowing this, right? Rudy, I don't know if it's a great matchup for him. I should really be better. The thing is, I've really never watched Memphis. I've really never watched Memphis at all. So I guess pick and roll handler. Memphis does allow a shit ton of above the break threes. Fifth most. High leverage game for sure. Like I said, I just don't know if Edey's gonna work, bro. Because then if you're like the Ja just Rudy's just gonna be able to sit near the paint. I know that Edey does shoot threes. He tries that shit. Look, bro, if he makes a three, he makes a three. his line seems low. I totally get it. It's a really bad matchup though. I guess let's take away like I really don't see him playing. So he played 18 against Houston, 13 against Dallas, 20 against the Warriors. Yeah, look at this shit. Like Edey, I don't think Edey's gonna play more than 20 minutes. It's just gonna screw up the spacing, dude. Like it's really just gonna screw up the spacing for Minnesota or for Memphis because if Edey's playing minutes, Rudy's just gonna sit next to the rim, and with like Jaden on Ja, Rudy sitting next to the rim. I mean that's gonna be tough for Memphis's offense in the half court. So I think that Edey just doesn't really make sense to play a ton. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Yeah, I mean every time he gets good minutes. Let's see what are his minutes like. Like okay, who impacts his minutes? Maybe Santi, Jaren, Jay Huff, Brandon Clark. I mean everyone's healthy. Who's been there? Did Edey? Man, he's had some crazy good games. Not gonna lie. Look at that! Look at that shit against Toronto. Let me go back to this. Yeah, guys, I might really play that Duren one though. 23.5 PRA. Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Yeah, Minnesota, Memphis. Collier has 14 plus potentials. Oh, okay. A15A. That's a good. Yeah, because Laurie really does matter because he's the guy just like they're running set plays for him, and Collier just has the ball in his hands. Do you guys want to watch some film real quick on Collier? This might be boring y'all to death. But NBA Jazz versus Heat. You guys can always do this if like you need to like find something to pass the eye test. No, March NBA.com. If you guys, yeah, this is free game, guys. If y'all ever want to look at stuff, sometimes it's not great, but let's see how college. Yeah, that's like I mean that's like, it's pinned down for Lori. Yep, yep, Lori. I would just like the Lori, so he definitely needs Lori to play. You like an inbound pass to Lori. Look, he just has the ball in his hand, bro. It's just like an outfall screen. Literally. His assists are so cheeky. That makes him super sustainable, right? Okay, well, I wonder what this is. Well, I could like get these assists. I'm so weird. I think that everyone in the chat could be getting these assists. That was a good time. I would do that up and send that over. Okay, yeah, that was a good read. Okay, yeah. So that's against the Heat. Heat are good. There's like a solid defense, right? So I think that Collier actually makes a ton of sense, bro. Makes a ton of sense because yeah, that was no Markkanen, dude. He needs Markkanen. We could okay. Let's. He definitely needs Markkanen on that court, bro. He definitely does. And then without Clarkson, oh no, without Clarkson and George, So they played against Portland. He played good minutes. Okay, that feels like that was a while back, but 14 potentials too. That's really good. Let's just go to like NBA advanced stats. Utah Jazz. Off the court, George and what's his name? Oh yeah, Clarkson. George and Clarkson off the court, sorry. And then on the court, Lauri Markkanen. Yeah, look at Collier, 8.6 per 36. So this is a good edge, guys, and the fact that they're just so. This is a really good matchup too, because as you guys saw, a lot of that stuff was just like off-ball screening and stuff, because that's what the Jazz do, and the Suns are really bad at that shit. The Suns are just like not a focused team. I feel like a lot of the time, like if I'm going to be completely honest, like on defense at least. Let's see. Yeah, wait, where's Lauri? Suns. What am I doing? Okay, shit. So yeah, Lauri points. What was it? Off ball screen 29th. Yeah, so like that's just like what they're doing. Like off ball screens is like for like plays and stuff. Like they're bad at like defending like set plays and off ball screens and stuff. Handoffs too. So I think you saw him do a couple of those. Yeah, I think Collier makes a ton of sense, dude. I'm about to play that. Who initially put me on with that? Was that Jason? Jason, I think that was you. Oh no, that was Tommaso. Tommaso, I feel like you've put me on before, right? Or yep. And A15A. Yep. A15A. I think you put me on with Claxton, so you're already in the Discord. Tommaso, send me a DM on Twitter at Tyven Klinger. It's on like the little ticker at the bottom. Yeah, you put me on with this. So, and then a lot of you guys just like contributed to it, so I appreciate it. That's going to be an official play. Collier over 6.5 assists and plus money at FanDuel. Bet3 or MGM has the best price, but FanDuel widely available plus 100. Sweet. Make sure you guys go play that. FanDuel plus 100. Where's Phoenix in transition as well? I don't think they really crash the glass much. Mid. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, you got to think about this too. I mean, who are the teams that Collier's played? So the Hawks, they suck. They stink. Like I'm not gonna hold that. Hawks stink, but the Heat are tough. Are a good defense. Jazz only scored 92 points. Suns, they ain't a real team at this point, man. Isaiah Collier plus 102 at FanDuel actually. So props man, this is a little bit slow. That's a really great price on Collier. Sorry. Like I said, guys, I really can't multitask. Like I'm sending this into my Discord right now, and I just like okay, I can't even type either. And what are the other prices on Collier? Let's see. 105 MGM plus 100 ESPN. Okay, sweet. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, Tommaso, like I said, shoot me a DM on Twitter at Tyven Klinger. And yeah, for the free Discord stuff. So appreciate that. I got a quick lock this in myself. Okay, sweet. All right, back to the scheduled program. Yeah, awesome. See, and a lot of times just like watching film can like make it easier, you know, just make it like look a lot easier. So yeah, what was his rebounds and assists? Because he has been rebounding pretty well. Oh wow, 9.5 is probably a pretty good price. Shit. I almost wish it was. I kind of wish I actually played 9.5 rebounds and assists. I'm not gonna lie. I guess it is kind of tough. It's not. I would okay. Honestly, guys, I would probably prefer if you have FanDuel and FanDuel only, the -119 for the rebounds and assists. Personally, so yeah, we talked about that. Minnesota, Memphis. Honestly, guys, I'm having a tough. This is my Wolves, and I'm having a tough time reading the board here. Like I don't really see anything that like stands out to me. Let's quick go to Heat and Portland. I think we went over that for like a little bit. Spot up guys are good against Miami. DeAndre Ayton's line is like ridiculously low, honestly, bro. I guess it moved a little bit. I think it was at 11.5. Someone got in on it. But PRA is incredibly low. Rebounds are incredibly low. Heat are a pretty good rebounding matchup for sure. Yeah, DA he got benched last game, and it seems like that can happen every once in a while. It happened right here. I'm trying to find. It happened right here, even though he got absolutely blown out. It happened right here. Absolutely blown out. Happened right here. Yeah, I don't know. I think Portland at home, Ayton after getting benched, should be a little more willing to compete. It's just like human nature. Trailblazers. I'll probably take a chance on DeAndre Ayton and Blazers. Okay, DeAndre Ayton's questionable with calf issue. Maybe did he get hurt last game? I'm not even sure. So probably stay away from that actually. On the Heat side of things, Portland is pretty big, really bad in transition. So I guess we could look that up. Okay. I don't know, Portland, Miami. Who's good in transition? Jovic. Jovic is very reliant and Jovic is like legit good in transition. That point per possession mark is like elite. Yeah, so Jovic very good. Is he got a line 10.5? Sweet. I think that so. Let's see, 27 minutes, 34 minutes, 21 minutes, 24 minutes, and a massive blowout. Let's see what happened there. So Jovic has kind of been cooking, to be honest, and I think that they're pretty bad against spot up too as well. This is a pretty good matchup for Jovic. I think that some Jovic stuff actually could make sense. So he's played 21 or more minutes in a lot. What's that, like 7 straight games? No Jimmy Butler. Just be modest with the filters. So yeah, guys, I think Jovic stuff kind of makes a fair bit of sense. PRA, Portland, a good rebounding team. They are not. Yeah, guys, I think that some Jovic stuff makes a fair bit of sense. He's kind of playing pretty good minutes off the bench. Backup 4, I believe. No Jimmy Butler, no Kevin Love, obviously. So yeah, Jovic makes sense. He's played these minutes in 7 straight games. Portland is like a very poor transition defense. Very, very poor. Jovic and spot up too. So this is a good matchup for Jovic, even points. So let's see. How many RA is he averaging? 7.8 in these games. So that's pretty priced in. So yeah, I think that points is probably the better look. But yeah, Jovic makes a fair bit of sense here for points. Okay, sweet. All right, do we have any more? Oh shit, sorry guys, I haven't been checking the comments. Usually Brandon Clark subs in and out with Edie. That is, yeah, yep, for sure. Good morning, host and chat room. Good morning, D'Lo. How you doing? Yeah, Tommaso, make sure to DM me on Twitter. Thanks. Twitsy said Rozier 12.5 for sure. I can check that out. So Terry Rozier, he's so weird, man. Like, what the hell? He was like really good last year on the Hornets, like for scoring at least. Like, man, even in Miami, he kind of started to play pretty good. once he started to get a little bit acclimated. But man, I don't know what happened to him. Is he also good in transition? He is. So that's good. Go. Let's see. What's his minutes been without Jimmy? 33 minutes. This was a massive blowout. And then he played 41, 32, 33. They're playing in Portland. They shouldn't get blown out. Let's go. Let's just do like 30, 28 plus minutes without Jimmy. Okay, hit rate 12 and a half. Straight up, that's pretty good stuff right there from Terry. Yeah, he's more of a spot up guy for sure. Terry's just kind of a weird fellow, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Terry really is kind of like weird. But this does seem low, right? Like 13 points for Terry Rozier, dude. This is a pretty good matchup. Let's see, where does he score? Portland, a ton of mid-range stuff. Terry kind of cut that out of his shot diet. Okay, Terry does a lot of corner shooting, and I guess, yeah, because he's kind of a spot-up guy now. And yeah, pretty good there. So kind of similar to Jovic, I guess, transition and spot-up. Yeah, Terry makes a fair bit of sense, I think. Kamara points. We already went over this, and D'Lo. I think that Kamara is in like a really good spot because the he's been kind of crushing this line. He's been playing a lot of minutes, and the Heat give up a ton of spot ups. Thumbs up for the live and be a part of the community if you're new in advance. Great content consistently. D'Lo, I appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, but D'Lo, Kamara points for the Blazers. Yeah, for sure, dude. I guess we can pull that up and do some like filtering too. Toumani Kamara, especially I guess there was some 9.5s out there. What's like points and assists? I think 11.5 points and assists might be the way to go. What's he averaging? 1.8. Yeah. Because spot up, he'll just end up touching the ball a little bit more. Let's see, opponent. So his minutes have been really good. Like even like lost by 20, still played 29. Yeah, so let's go like 28 plus minutes. He's been playing that super consistently. 28 plus, and then points and assists. So just straight up 18 out of 28. If we go down here, spot up. Yeah, Kamara makes a ton of sense. They are a good transition defense, Miami is, but yeah, spot up for sure. That's like all Kamara does, and Miami leaks a ton of spot ups. So we could even go to like another filter and do versus defensive play type. Let's just take it. Yep, and then take out top 10 spot up defenses. 13.7 PA. Wow, bottom half of the league. This is a really good bet, dude. This is a really good bet. I really just don't like. I don't know if I trust Toumani Kamara, but dude, the numbers say that this is a great bet. So, Sean, if you have FanDuel, I gave out dimes, but I would probably play 9.5 rebounds and assists only on FanDuel though for minus 120 if it's there. So yeah, I would do RA at FanDuel, but if you don't have FanDuel, then just dimes. Case under 9.5 assists. I think that means Cade under 9.5 assists. I don't like it, to be honest, because if we go here, D'Lo, I actually have a really strong lean to his over. If we go to here, we can go to teams, opponents shooting, pull-ups, last 15 games. So the Raptors are allowing like no pull-ups, second lowest frequency, which means typically that they're not letting like the pick and roll handlers get to their spots or being aggressive on them. So that means that's like good for Cade to pass. And then when you like put on top of that, dude, the Raptors, I mean, 5th most assists last 15 games, most points per game. So yeah, the Raptors defense has sucked, but they've been taking away pull-ups, and that kind of correlates to Cade passing a lot here. So yeah, and then A15A said even better with Grant out. Yeah, for sure, because Grant's a big spot up guy as well. I completely forgot that Grant's even been out, to be honest. So yeah, that's a really good point. I think that Kamara really does make a ton of sense. Just do you trust him to make shots? I personally kind of don't, but yeah. But like it's like that you can't argue with these numbers, dude. Like this is some great shit right here. Okay, I think that's about to do it. We've been live for an hour. My stomach's growling, but I do appreciate everyone who joined here, who dropped a couple comments. I gave out Trae Young under PRA, but unfortunately that game got canceled. My other play before this was quickly over 16.5 points. Just want to target the Pistons and drop once again. We targeted the Knicks and drop with quickly, and I just think it just makes so much sense for him to be the main benefactor against teams that allow a lot of pull-ups, a lot of pull-up threes and drop coverage because RJ and Scotty are just not great pull-up shooters, but they're high usage guys. So yeah, quickly over 16.5 points, and then added Collier over 6.5 assists as well. All right, that's gonna do it. Appreciate everyone who tuned in, and yeah, you have a good one.